Alright, video quality is going to be different because I'm on my cell phone because my computer is unbearably slow and I can't record a video that doesn't lag out. So, I went over the why we're doing this and how we're pricing it, and now I'm going to go through the 7 kind of steps that I've already put on the group to get us to where we can launch this thing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. So, 1. Black Friday prerequisites. Is a bundle deal right for your business? Is offering something like this the right thing to do? I think we can all manage to sell at least 10 bundles to existing clients, even if you only do coatings and higher end jobs. Those clients that you have a deal for will appreciate a regular detail offering as kind of a special offering only to your customers, and they'll probably give it to their wife or use it on a regular car. So, also known as money left on the table, this is something that they're ready to buy based on my market research. Number 2, compile and segment your email list. Actually, timeout, delete that. Number 1, Black Friday prerequisites. If you don't think this is right for you, let me know. I think we can chat through it and find a way for it to be right for you. But regardless, if you really don't have the manpower or you really don't see the value in offering a service like this, it could be shooting yourself in the foot. So, I'd be happy to chat with you and really kind of discuss if this is something that can work with your business, or if we can even tweak the package to make it better. But I'd like to stay as by the book as we can so that this works. We can have some good data to share. Okay, so number 2, compile and segment your email list. Wherever it is, put it on a computer and into an email service provider. So you can do that by building an Excel or a numbers document in Mac, and then you can upload it to an email service provider. If you don't have one, now might be a good time to get started. MailChimp is really common. Wills and I both use Infusionsoft, which is known as Keep. There's like Samcart, there's other ActiveCampaign, things that basically automate emails to help it be easier for you to keep in touch with your clients. So you're going to want to get your emails somewhere where you can use them. At minimum, first name, last name, email address. First name, email address if that's all you have. We just want the email address. So all right, so those 2 steps are kind of the prereqs, and then we get into the actual building of the deal. First, we're going to prime the pump. This is the email that I posted in the Pro Detailers marketing group that kind of warms your list up, reminds them that you're here, the seasons are changing. You might not have mailed your list or anyone on your list for a while, or since their last receipt that they got after their detail job, so it's time to fix that. It doesn't have to be long. It just has to be engaging, and it has to give them a reveal or a little teaser of the upcoming Black Friday deal you're going to be offering. So we'll have more on that in that segment. Number 4, you're going to take the 4 email sequence that I've used from the Ask method that I have written for our industry in auto detailing, and we're going to go over it together and then modify the certain areas to give it the feel that it's being said and written from you. But for the most part, the structure is going to be by the book so that we can get results that are guaranteed from this type of sale. You will need to gather a few solid testimonials. We have a method for this, and you'll want to write a little bit of personalizing content. You'll also need to create hyperlinks, which will need to be linked to your checkout page with all the other page navigation removed, disabled, hidden, whatever you got to do, so that there's no menus, no extra links, just the order form, and maybe a privacy policy. But we're dealing with our existing customers. You don't really need to follow the rules of e-commerce quite yet. But for what it's worth, you may want as a minimum of the privacy policy link on the bottom of your page along with your copyright. So That's number 4, modifying the email sequence. Number 5 kind of leads into that from creating the order landing page. Hold on a second. We'll want to create the order landing page. We'll use a site builder. So if you have WordPress or however you work on your website right now, this can help. And it's really the most basic integration. So you don't really need to know what to do other than make a new page. We can use a PayPal link. I'm sure some of y'all use Square. And Infusionsoft has a payment system. You may be using QuickBooks. However it is, we'll just need to integrate that payment system into your order landing page so that they're clicking a link from your email and they're taken right to an order page and they're going to pull out their credit card and pay you money. That's what this is. That's why it's called fast cash. There's no bullshit. There's a really short funnel and you get it in and you get it out. You just need to get it going. The checkout page will be your minimum viable page. Don't spend a whole lot of time getting this set up until like a couple weeks before as they're starting to tweak things. So you just want to make sure it works. Put the word test where instead of putting content, that kind of thing, so that you can just kind of get it going. You'll want to create, this is number 6, you'll want to create a post-sale email sequence, 1 to 2 emails. That's your thank you email, followed by instructions on how to use or schedule their services that they just purchased. In the event of a one-click upsell, the high-ticket offer, we will send an additional email, and that'll need to be written. So I'm still working on that. Number 7. So this is kind of after everything's done. This is the sales etiquette. That's what I call it. How to track and deliver the goods. I use a combination of direct mail, thank you page. I use a combination of direct mail thank you package, which is like a thank you note. Last year I sent an envelope with printed certificates with my stamp. I was able to use some blue envelopes that I've had for a while and just kind of made it special. That cost me maybe $5 or $7 each person, going to Michael's and building them and mailing them out and everything. In this case, you're selling a few items that are going to be purchased from a supplier and boxed up and shipped via USPS in a small flat rate box. I'm going to help y'all with this as the stocking stuffer. So we're going to try and figure out how to get some good items in a box for under 35 bucks so that you can not lose money on it, but you can also give them something that they can hold on to before they schedule the service, hopefully after January. This can be done creatively. Like I said, last year I made gold, silver, and black certificates on like shiny paper. I hand numbered them. I put my rubber stamp logo. I printed the contents of their purchase and how to schedule everything on like a nice outline piece of paper. And then the thing that's going to be different for this year is the bundle will have an accelerated expiration date on it. So last year I didn't put an expiration date. All right. I usually don't put expiration dates on my gift certificates. Why? I don't think you're allowed to, first of all, but I don't think it's about that. I think it's more that if you put an expiration date and it expires, you're still going to want to use it anyway. But what I'm thinking of this here is we're selling something at such a discount. The fact that we're putting an expiration date on it that has them use it within the first 3 months, it's not going to feel like a traditional expiration date. You're going to pose this package as something you want them to get done before the springtime so that they can have a new car for spring, and then they give the other maintenance detail in through June, July, so then they will spend money with you on the second half of the year. You can omit the expiration date if you choose, but I will say do so at your own risk. I've put a lot of thought into applying this expiration date during the year at the 4 to 5 month mark as a way to encourage the use of their certificates. Otherwise, they'll end up all coming in and all calling at the same day or the same week when you're super busy, and the last thing you want to do is fill in these details that you sold in December. Okay? We've also gift certificates. They can come back and bite you in the ass. Let's just do this smart and put some certificate expiration dates so that they will want to use them, and it will encourage you to collect your money and write it off the books as quickly as possible. Yeah, it makes for a headache when you're dealing with stuff that you've already spent and you don't have time to be doing it, and then you miss the upsell and that kind of thing happens. So I've got a lot of thought going into this, guys, and I really want to this is my accountability to myself in helping y'all so that I get this going better than I did last year. So I made like $7,500 or $7,800. It wasn't spectacular by any means because it was a lot of stuff that I gave away, but they were for good people. They were for existing clients. I know a lot of people won't even redeem some of the bonuses we put in there, but that's not the point. We want to build something that is easy to sell, that's easy to pay for, and with the front, $299 bundle plus a back end one-click upsell offer for ceramic coating, or like a paint protection package for $100. You could be looking at collecting $400 per person, and then that high-end offer will turn into a $1,500 job. You give them the details for free. It doesn't really matter. It takes up half a day of your time in one maintenance service, and you have built a client relationship for life. I guarantee it. This is how I've stayed in business for 16 years. I treat clients well. You build goodwill in your company, and regardless if you're a one-man show or you're trying to build a brand name, building that goodwill within your business with your client base and the community is really the most important thing that a luxury service can offer. So that's my thing. That's 12 minutes. I think that my wife and daughter are probably going to be home soon, so I need to get ready to go to dinner. I really encourage you to follow along with me on this. If it's worth it to you, I really encourage you to throw me $100 at the end of this thing. If you don't think it was worth it to you, I'd love to know why you thought that it didn't work, or why you might not do it, or whatever. But you don't have anything to lose, I promise. I'm invested in this method and implementing it into my business pretty heavily. I'm not going to lie. It has also changed my life, and I've made more profit this year and worked less than I ever have in my entire life. So we're on track probably to hit $100,000 in revenue, and I've worked pretty much part-time and had a lot of enjoyment with my client relationships, with marketing, with spending time with my family, and making it be more about being happy than necessarily working myself to death. So this is going to be something that will help bring you closer to your clients, because you're going to be selling something to somebody that already appreciates what you do, and that just goes without saying is probably one of the best parts of this industry. Relationship-based businesses like car businesses and detailing and restoration shops and stuff, like that's the industry we're in. And if you want to take your business seriously, that's where you got to put your head and build, you got to build protective walls around your clients so that they won't want to shop around when really it comes down to a few $100. You just want to give them the stuff that they need. They'll always come back for you for the big services, and you'll continue to grow your business and flourish. So it's 5:40 now. Thanks again. Talk to you guys soon.